You ever wondered how some people just get everything they want in life? The next 10 days is going to change your life forever. For years, I struggled with the wrong information and had the wrong people around me. I created the 10X Challenge to provide you with the information you need and the support you have to build the empire that you deserve. The 10X Challenge, it's free to you. And this challenge will change your life forever. Never before in my career have people needed support more than they need it today, and I want to give that to you. Just fill in the information below, man. Let's get started with your life, all right? What's the worst thing that can happen? What's the best thing that can happen? Everything.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jared Glant here on the Cardone Zone, bringing you another episode of Young Hustlers every Thursday at noon East Coast Standard Time. Same time, same place for the last 7 years we've been doing this show. I think 8 years, actually. Where we bring information and strategies on how you can get more of the things that hopefully the good things in life that you're looking to get. Today is no different. We have a very exciting topic. I'm going to be talking about 3 tools of massively successful people, 3 things that they use in order to get results that are not typical, results that are above and beyond the other groups. If you ever looked around and seen people in your group, in your friends network, in your workplace, and people kind of start standing out and doing better than others, I promise you they are employing some or all of these tools. And I'm going to be sharing them with you today. And speaking of this, I wanted to make a very special acknowledgement for somebody here. Come on over here. For somebody who has done a remarkable job. Every month we do a ticket sales competition. And Veronica from our team, for the month of August, won the contest. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So we're talking today about, I'm going to talk today about like the tools, the things successful people do. How long have you been here?
So that's a funny question. So I have 2 start dates here at the company. I started first in Cardone Capital in February. And then, COVID hit.
Yeah.
So I got cut.
Yeah.
And then, I wanted to be back here so badly. And I realized that this is the place that I wanted to be. And then I pushed my way back in. I got rehired, but at the front desk.
Yeah.
So something completely different.
Yeah.
And then my manager, Natalie, gave me the opportunity, and now I'm a part of the client relations team.
That's awesome. And so she's been here. So when did you get rehired?
In May.
In May.
Like
so
mid-May.
May. So June, July, August, September. So for 4 months she's been here. And she won the contest, not just on the customer relations team, customer support team, but she won the contest out of the entire company for selling the most tickets in the month of August. And so, obviously, you're doing something different than everybody else. Everybody here's on the phone. I mean, we've got sales guys that have been here for years. What do you think that you're doing that's different, that's allowed you to get abnormal results?
So the first thing was that I had kind of just set myself a goal at the beginning of the month. I saw how people were taking action and they wanted to actually target that goal, so I wanted to do the same.
Yeah.
And my manager, Natalie, she's amazing. She literally pushed me to it, and she told me that I could do it. And every single day I just told myself to focus, and that was the main thing, just determination.
Wow, so you're setting goals. Natalie's talking to you every day,
100%.
Supporting you, making sure that you're moving closer to the target. And then you're on a time clock. You're trying to do it before the end of the month.
Yes, always.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. I wanted to bring her on and just congratulate you and acknowledge you because you're in a group of very, very talented people, and for you to do what you did and take the board for ticket sales for the month is truly remarkable. And so I wanted to congratulate you and thanks for being on today.
Thank you.
Right? Yeah.
Let's get a picture.
Yeah.
Lovely.
have a mask on. Congratulations. Thanks for being
Thank
here.
you.
So it's so funny. This was not planned at all, but the 3 things that she just talked about that helped her hit her target are the exact same things that I'm going to be talking to you about today. And I'm telling you this because as we go through and we look at what makes people successful here, as we look at how people move, you know, and what I mean by move, I mean, I guess I kind of mean physically move, but to ascend, to get to a higher level. You know, there's a few things like core pillars that they put in place, and these are things that because of natural law, I guess, they push people to do things. And so I'm going to share those with you guys today. It's because of these 3 things that we've actually created the 10X Challenge. If you guys have heard about our 10X Challenge, it's absolutely free. It's going to take place over 10 days. And each day, Grant's going to be going live and teaching and educating on how you can improve some area of your life by a factor of 10X. Each day, we're going to have a different topic. Each day, we're going to have a different guest. And the lineup of people that we're having on the program continues to grow and get bigger. So we're super excited about that. So 3 tools of the successful. The very first thing is the very first thing that Veronica said when she came in. The number 1 thing you have to have, let me get this on the fat marker. The number 1 thing you have to have is you have to have a target. Sometimes you can use target and goal interchangeably. For me, the way I view it, goals are like a big thing, and then targets are the thing that you have to do every day in order to reach the goal. So if my goal is to have $1 million a month in passive income, and I actually take the time to do the math behind that goal, then it would back me all the way into, you know, I need to create $25,000 of revenue, or I need to create $100,000 of revenue every day. That's a target. That means that in order to do that, I need to make, 250 phone calls, and I need to talk to 25 people, and I need to set 12 demos. Like, those are going to be the targets that I'm looking at each and every day, because the targets are the thing that draw you closer to the goal. So when Veronica puts a target in front of her, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be number 1 for the board based on what so-and-so did last month. This is going to be a number that I think I need to hit in order to exceed that. And so oftentimes people, they get lazy with their targets and in their goals, and they don't take the time to set them. And this is a massive, it's like a magnet. When you set a goal or a target, it's like a magnet. And in our 10X challenge, we put it together where coming in, before we start the challenge, you're going to get a survey or an intake form, if you want to call it that, where you're going to go through and you're going to identify and quantify the thing that you want to improve, or the thing that you want to see results in by a factor of X over the 10 days of the 10X challenge. Again, this challenge is entirely free. It's 100% free. All we need from you is 10 days. You know, Grant, after coming out of COVID, he said, I have a goal of mentoring. I want to mentor 1 million people this year. I want to have 1 million people in my mentoring groups. And so this is an opportunity. We'll have hundreds of thousands in this group. It's going to be awesome. A community of people all pushing together to achieve a target. The second thing that you need to have, the second tool of the massively successful, is you have to have a network of people around you who are like-minded. So when Veronica's in here talking about wanting to hit her target for production, or when you decide that you want to go out and you want to go from making 10 grand a month to 15 grand a month, and you know that means you have to do 2 extra deals per week, it's important that when you look around you, the people that you are surrounded with are people that will help you do that. And I don't necessarily mean like they're going to roll up their sleeves and they're going to get involved doing the work with you, but people that will support you in doing it. And so often you get, we, myself included, we get an idea to do something, or we decide we make a decision to do something. And then peanut gallery starts coming in, and they start asking why. They start talking about, why you shouldn't think like that, or why that's an unrealistic goal or target. And what happens is the peanut gallery, and I say that because these are little birds chirping in your ears. It's noise, but it's damaging noise. And so when I say your network should help you, your network can also be words of encouragement. They could also be inspiration when things get tough. Like when stuff gets hard, you want people that are going to say, stick in there, hang in there, keep pushing. It's hard. It's not supposed to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And that's why you have to keep pushing. Remember how you were committed to this goal and this target? Like, what happened? What happened between here and there? And if you could be that person in your group, man, I can't tell you how powerful that is. Like, first is if you can actually get out of your friends, and this is something that I do all the time, even friends, employees, whatever. Like, I want to know what is important to people. Because I believe that, like, if I can help other people be more accountable to the thing that they want to do, then I believe that is a form of compensation for me. Like seeing people, particularly people that are close around me, seeing them get the thing that they want, it's so moving to me. It's so gratifying to know that so-and-so said that they wanted to do this, and it got hard and it got tough, and I was somebody that could be there to help talk to them, talk them through a tough time, or maybe give them advice, or maybe give them some encouragement or something like that. And then they go out and do that. Like, without them saying anything or doing anything back to me, I feel gratification from that, because I believe in some way other people accomplishing the things that are important to them empowers me to get the things that are important to me. And it's a really, really important story. And you could go as deep as the ocean on the concept of a network and the value of it, and the dangers of having the wrong people around you. I mean, you just look at anybody who had money that had bad people around them, and they lose it all. Anybody that has good character and morals, and they start hanging out with bad people, and next thing you know, they get pulled into a life that is not in alignment with the thing that they maybe wanted at one time. And so, like, the people that are around you are important. Again, it's the reason we created the 10X Challenge. We want people that want more. We want people that want to do better. And we want to help empower people to get the things that they want. That's why there's so much alignment between me and my role here in the company, because I actually get to do the thing that I love doing at scale. We get to see people. That's why I'm always on Instagram trying to help people out when they're asking me questions as quick as I can get back to them. Like, I get gratification from helping people. And I promise you, if you give out enough, if you can develop this habit of pouring into people and investing in people, like it seeing them win, I think, like, deep down, like maybe spiritually even, without getting woozy, I believe that it starts instilling in you the possibility of what's possible. Imagine if I can't do it, or it's not possible, were things that were, these concepts were not even real to you. Like, you literally didn't even understand it. If you've ever heard somebody in a conversation, they use a word that you've never heard before, and you're like, what does that even mean? And then they tell you, they define it, you're like, oh wow, hey, that's interesting. Imagine if you never knew what I can't or it won't work meant. Imagine if you just, like, blindly ran into everything assuming that it was going to work. Like, it would be so empowering for you. You would probably get so much more done. You'd probably fail a lot, but you know what? Like, I was talking with a buddy of mine last night. Most people that do something massive, like, they tried 20 things before that didn't work. It was the one thing that they did that blew it up. And so when you have a network of people who are supportive of the thing that you're trying to achieve, the outcome that you're trying to achieve, when you have people around you that are supportive of that, it makes it more real. It makes it possible. If you have to struggle through 19 failures, you want to have people around you that still are reminding you of the big thing that you wanted to do, and they're still reminding you it's possible, and they're still providing encouragement and support and inspiration for you to go out and do the thing that you want. I mean, I don't think I sound crazy when I say that and I go, man, it seems like that's something that a lot of people would be supportive of and behind, right? Like, it seems like that would just be kind of like common sense if you ask me. Like, wow, hey, but it's not. I promise you, it's not. It's not common sense. And a lot of people are just completely subconsciously checked into this idea of knocking every idea of yours down because of something that happened to them. And so that's why it's super important, even in groups like this 10X challenge we're putting together is going to have 200,000 plus people in it. You have to know that even in a group of people that are saying, I'm interested in doing more. I'm interested in improving conditions in my life. I'm interested in giving back, helping others, and making an impact. Even in those groups, you have people that, it's like they come in and out like the tide. Tide ebbs and flows. And that's why it's important to have enough people around you, because over time, enough of the right people will provide you with the consistency that you need in order to get what you want. So number one is you have to have a goal and a target. You have to go in knowing what the outcome is that you want to do. That's why we are doing this intake form going into the 10X challenge. The second thing that you have to do is you have to have a network of supportive people who will support you in your goal and keep you accountable to it. Again, if you go back to Veronica, she just said all this. She said, I had a target, and then Natalie kept me accountable every day, right? So she has people in the office that are supporting her. And then the third thing that is something that most people shy away from, and it's because it creates some situations, okay? Deadlines. Deadlines are built-in accountability. If you've ever had problems with accountability, deadlines and penalties are a great tool. And I have this quote outside my, it's like etched in the glass on my office, and it says, pressure makes diamonds. And I don't think that a lot of people will run into a situation where there's compression and pressure, because it sometimes isn't a comfortable feeling, but pressure is the thing that I believe separates people from the life that they have from the life that they want, and continuing to put themselves in situations. And honestly, that's one of the things that I value most about my relationship with Grant, is because he's constantly putting us in situations that are deadline based, that are massive targets that have a good chance of falling short, that we have a good chance of falling short on. And he's constantly putting this pressure in the environment that creates compression on people. And it's not always a comfortable thing, but looking back across my personal life, anytime that I had pressure or I had a deadline that I had to meet, that's when I got the most done. I remember back in school, and maybe you can relate to this story. But I remember like when I would have projects and homework and all that kind of stuff, and you always had like a bigger project throughout the year. And they give it to you early on in the semester. They're like, we've got this big project that we're working on, it's going to be due 2 months from now. And you procrastinate, you kind of kick the can. You're like, yeah, I'll get to it. And then there's always like the handful of people that get it done like a month before it's due. I always hated those people. But as you get closer and closer and closer, and then you're like, shit, this is the week it's due on Friday, it's Tuesday, and I haven't started my project yet. And then you end up putting this project together that's, it always worked out for me. I don't know, maybe it didn't work out for you. But I'd be falling asleep, working on these projects, and then waking up for a couple hours at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and then, waking up early and then working on them. But I got 2 months worth of work done in 3 days because I had a deadline. And I knew that I couldn't miss the deadline. And so when I have a deadline, and this is like, A deadline to me could also be like, hey, we got dinner reservations at 8 o'clock. Like, that's a deadline to me. We have a target of 250,000 people in the 10X challenge. And we got to do that by September 28th. That is a deadline. Like, when you get into the 10X challenge, you've got 10 days. That is a deadline. Like, these are the things that move people. And so when we put the 10X challenge together, if you haven't signed up for it yet, you can go to grantcardone.com/challenge to get registered there. It's going to be unreal. 10 days, 10X challenge, 10 days to 10X your life. It's absolutely free. It'll cost you nothing, but this could be the one thing that changes your life forever. We're going to have special guest speakers, Damon John, Jay Shetty, Tim Grover, Dar Mann, who's an unbelievable entrepreneur and social media genius. Ty Lopez, Rebecca Minkoff, Eric Worre, Jesse Itzler, Brandon Dawson, Pete Vargas. It's going to be a great lineup of people that are experts in their space, have had great work, professional experience, and they're going to be sharing with you some of the things that they did to achieve 10X increases in their performance. Every single one of these people have been hand-selected because of what they've been able to do. So do you want to have a massive expansion? Do you want to have a 10X expansion in a particular area of your life? Join the challenge. grantcardone.com/challenge, grantcardone.com/challenge to get signed up and registered. It's free. It starts September 28th. Every day, Grant's going to go live at 2 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. He's going live every day. These are not going to be recorded. And it's going to take place all inside of a private community. So get signed up, grantcardone.com/challenge, because over 10 days, we're going to be helping identify targets and goals to accomplish in a 10-day period. We're going to provide you with a network of support and accountability so that as things get hard, that you have people around you that are going to tell you, keep going, keep pushing, remember why you did this. What would it be like if all of this stuff in your goals and targets came true? Imagine what that would be like. What would that feel like? What would it smell like? I mean, like, what would it, people that are pushing you into the reality of your goals coming true. And then we got 10 days to do this. So we got a deadline. Each day, we're delivering very specific content and information on a very specific topic because we're going to be pushing you to move over 10 days. And so at the end of 10 days, you can look back and you can go, wow, that's amazing. I can't believe, like, the last 10 days felt like a year. I got a year's worth of stuff accomplished. That is the goal of the 10X Challenge. We're trying to create a movement and an army. Grant wants to mentor 1 million people this year. And the 10X Challenge is going to be a great way for us to get to meet a lot of folks and bring them into this 10-day mentorship. So super excited to announce that. Again, if you hadn't signed up yet, grantcardone.com/10X Challenge. We good?
We have Samuel from Texas.
Samuel from Texas.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
My man, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for the call. What can I help you out with today? What's your question?
I just got a question real quick. Let me see. So, we just came. I have my own business, and I want to increase my sales, my money, prospecting with people. What are a couple of things I can do?
Well, number one is we're going to talk about all of those things in the 10X Challenge. So have you signed up for that yet?
Yes, sir. I'm signed up for that.
Good, because it's absolutely free. Look, the things that you're asking about are big topics, right? So what I could do is I could tell you one quick thing that you can do in selling and one quick thing you could do in prospecting. And they're going to sound silly. Number one, in sales, ask this one question. Have you seen enough to make a decision? At any point in the sales conversation, ask that one question. Have you seen enough to make a decision? The second thing that you can do for prospecting is you have to look at prospecting as a prospecting activity. Like, prospecting and selling are two different things. And too often people look at prospecting as selling. And prospecting is to acquire attention from people to create a pipeline. And if you have a customer that's agreed to do a presentation, your goal and your outcome is going to be, I want to close this deal with this customer right now, right? Now, if you look at prospecting like that, your conversion rates are going to be if you close 30 or 40%, 50% of the people that you present to, you're going to convert 1% of the people that you speak to into an appointment or the next advancement of the stage. That means 99% of the time, you're going to get a no. And too often, people look at prospecting and selling as the same thing, and they have expectations of much higher conversion rates because that's what they think with sales. They have a much higher expectation of conversion rates when in fact it's dramatically lower. And if you have the expectation that 3 times in the gym is going to get you a 6-pack, and then somebody tells you it's going to take you 3 years, and you have the wrong expectation going in, it's going to set you up for a letdown and a failure that could be too big to overcome. So those are 2 things that you can do. Hopefully that helps you out. We good? All right. My message today, sign up for the 10X Challenge. I promise you this is going to be insane. It's going to be intense. It's going to be informative. It's going to be educational. And most importantly, I guarantee you that you will learn tactics and strategies that will make you more money, in some cases in less than 24 hours after you hear them. I promise you it will happen. It always does with every group that we work with. The one question that I just gave Samuel, have you seen enough to make a decision, something he could use today, and I promise you it will get him more business. So join the 10X Challenge, grantcardone.com/challenge. You got to have a target and a goal. We'll help you with that. You got to have a network of people. We're going to give you that. And you got to have a deadline in your environment to create some pressure to get your greatness squeezed out of you. We're going to give you all 3. Join the 10X Challenge today, grantcardone.com/10X Challenge. And we will see you right back here next week on Young Hustlers. And remember, the only people who condemn the hustle are the ones who've already given up on the hustle themselves.
Hey, you ever wondered how some people just get everything they want in life? I know I did. I'm like, how are these people getting all their money right? Cars, the homes, the planes, how they do that? I've been studying this for 35 years now, okay? I want to invite you to my 10X Challenge. 10 days, spend 1 hour a day with me for 10 days, and I'm going to share with you the exact strategies that I've used in my life, along with some of my super wealthy and successful friends. You see who I'm hanging with. You see the moves I'm making. You like me, you don't like me, I promise you I can help you. I want to invite you to the 10X Challenge. 10 days, 1 hour a day for 10 days. I'm going to change your mental, your marketing strategies, how you get known in the marketplace. I'll be sharing with you secrets and trade strategies that I use so that I can scale my business out and I can collaborate with other extremely well-known people. I want to share those people, those ideas with you. 10 days, 1 hour a day. It's called the 10X Challenge. It's completely free, except for that 1 hour. And your willingness and your desire to change your life and get what you deserve, get what your family deserves, to make your dreams a reality. Look, let's face it, you've been blessed. If you're seeing this video right now, you've been blessed. Now you got to go prove it. And to prove it, you need the right strategies, you need the right mindset, and you need the right people in your life. Come on.